Hello, hello, good people of the world of old. So tonight we have an MP game that we are going to be streaming. So we'll be looking at uh, two members of our community, Siontific and FonderCargo, playing this time on a randomly generated map. So it's a procedural map generated with a mod actually to be able to have a tiny sized uh, map. And we'll have a look at that. The start is a little bit funky, but we thought it would provide an interesting setup. So let's have a look at that. So the map is mirrored, as I was saying. So we have quite a bit of ore around the start, horses, grain, mountains, but they are very contained behind a chain of mountain with only one exit at the top, which I just found out about, by the way. We didn't share the map until a few minutes before the stream. There's quite a few tribes going on the map. I see mostly mounted ones, plus barbarians. So yeah, but a single barbarian site, and their free site is conveniently beyond the mountains. So I'm sure this will create some fun interaction. And our players have started apparently. So let's have a look at what our good FonderCargo is doing.
Yes, Scientific has founded as a tactician, a Babylonian bold tactician. Which is, yeah, I wonder if he's going to try for a rush. Should be interesting.
A bold tactician, no less. All right, we'll see where that goes. Beautiful stats.
Sage's capital.
As one does.
Was.
I do not know what the free tech was. Can we check his tech tree? Oh, it's a no starting tech, so it looks like it was administration.
Ah, yes, of course.
Oh, your audio is much lower volume, so let me see if I can boost that a bit.
Turn me up, baby.
Yeah, I'm turning the whole desktop audio up, so I will turn the game's audio down.
Okay. I will keep talking for a moment then, and we can tell us when it sounds good, I guess.
Yes. So is it a bit better, Maniac, Nestor?
Testing. It's better, he says.
All
Good.
right. So I'm very professionally set up, so I don't have anything better than ramping up the audio, the desktop audio. I hope it will be enough.
All right, so Fonder's turn, and we're just waiting to see who he's going to pick then. He's gone Greece.
And Sage as well, with a tactician too.
Oh.
A bloodthirsty one.
Ah, now of course they didn't pick, did they? They went random, I believe.
I'll have to check the...
I'm pretty sure we set up
parameter.
yeah, random. They're random archetypes, so yeah, they both rolled a tactician.
All right. That's going to be interesting if they face up in the early game. That doesn't look super likely though with the map layout. We'll have to see when they make contact. Neither of them has prioritized scouting so far, so we'll see what they do on their second turn. Alright, scouting indeed.
Yeah, and of course we're on simultaneous turnstiles, so they are both playing at once.
And if I interpret things correctly, they both got administration as their free tech funding sages. So remarkably symmetrical as a setup for the first turn. Let me check what Queen Umusi of the Scientific is doing. Advancing under the cover of forest and attacking a poor barbarian.
Yeah, so there's the slight advantage over Fonder, who hasn't quite managed to make it to his barbarian's camp yet.
Oh yes, as a melee one. Prioritized scouting, I suppose. Yeah, what was that deck? So divination first for FonderCargo, and divination first for scientific as well. So
Very
remarkably
mirrored.
parallel games at the moment. Yeah. But yeah, already a bit of an advantage to Scientific for having had two strikes at this barbarian rather than only one. I guess what will really count is when the settler get there, so probably it won't matter much.
Yeah, neither of them have managed to get there in time to clear it before the camp respawned, so that's the
Yeah, that's a big
big
breakpoint.
difference.
Yeah.
Looks like the barbarians both spawned not on the camp, so they've kept the damage unit there, so that's good for both players.
Culture harvesting in Greece by FonderCargo, two lavender and assault. So with the Greece bonus as well, it's probably getting to developing first. Let's check what's happening there. Now the scout is going to prod at some goals up north. So not only mounted tribes.
So I did check earlier, there's 16 city sites on this map, so 8 each if they split them evenly.
Uh, yeah. Oh, okay. And we have two city sites on the middle line, on the mirror line. So an
Yes.
even number indeed. All right.
Do you recall how many city sites the median map has?
That's
It's got
around
to
that
be
number.
about
I
that.
think it's 15
Yeah.
or something like that. I think it's odd, an odd number from memory. I think Byzantium is intentionally the odd one out. But I don't fully remember, so I would have to go in there and count again, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so I think this map is probably around the same size, but the players just start further apart than they do on the median map.
Yeah, and there's a lot less water as well. Um, yeah,
Nestor asking if it was stunned or can a stunned unit still get bumped by a newly spawned unit? I don't know the answer to that. I would imagine they can still get bumped.
I would think so, but I don't know really. Yeah, I think the bumped unit thing happens when the camp upgrade rather than when the unit spawn, because that also spawns a unit which is stronger, and that's when that displays. But I haven't looked into the details of that mechanic for some time. But if you check at, so sometimes they coincide. Like in this case, this outpost would develop, well, this oval would become an outpost in 8 turn, and it would also spawn. It would also spawn a new unit in 8 turns. So in that case, when it becomes an outpost, that's where the new unit takes the place of the old one, and you've missed your attack.
So Fonda has rushed his settler out, so he is also going to settle on turn 8. So looks like he's managing to make up that slight disadvantage he had earlier.
Alright, place your bets. Um, do you bet that Sion will go for Sages, Hunter, Trader, looking up at this site in the north with its 3 crabs and abundant pearls?
Oh, that is looking rather tasty, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And Fonda went Artisan for his second city and is going Shrines. So there is a bit of a race for Zoroastrianism. I have to assume there's already a shrine in Pella, and another one is getting started in Lindos. So it'll probably be there with these 2 shrines earlier. We'll have to see if they can whip their acolytes out as well. One shrine in Babylon as well, and the second one, oh no, that's a granary.
No, not a second one. No, it doesn't look like Sion is trying to compete. I would imagine he realizes that he can't compete against a Greek artisan start as artisan second city, and divination start is is pretty likely to get Zoroastrianism if people are going for it. It's hard to beat.
Yes, of course. Sure. Alright, another settler and a worker. And another settler and a worker. Alright. So
Greece has the option of border boost.
Both went crows first. No granary yet in Pelado. Of course, not yet in Babylon either, but it's on its way. So there will be some growth advantage to push out settlers and workers a bit faster.
W, welcome to the stream. Median has at least 18 sites, he says. Good to know.
All right.
This actually has less city sites then.
I stand corrected. Do they already know what their opponent plays? Well, it wasn't decided beforehand, but they should see that the nation got funded, so they should know the nation, yes.
And the archetype, because archetypes are always mirrored when going around them in duels. I assume they are both aware of that fact. And if they're not,
yeah.
I don't know if they've met each other yet. I'm guessing maybe not. No, in fact, they definitely haven't, have they? Because you can see on the score, one of them says unknown. But yes, they'll get the full details of each other as soon as their scouts bump into each other.
Yes, indeed. Well, I assume they are aware of that. So random leaders, they are always generated with the same archetype in a duel, but they might have different traits. So in particular, the Greek tactician was a bloodthirsty tactician, gained tracker in the meantime, which is an awesome vision boost because, as you can see, there is a kind of a combo because tacticians already provide additional vision range to units and cities as well, and tracker also does that, and that's even more vision to ease units, but additional visions to all units as a leader, and extra reveal range for their one. So his warrior is autonomous to explore. You can see as well as a scout when exploring. But also all these units and cities get additional vision range, as you can see quite far away.
Very nice indeed, yes, as compared to Siontific's vision, who has lost his scout already, so has no vision.
Yes.
Oh, we have our first calamity. There's a wildfire in Babylon.
In Duathara, yes. And from the beginning, Queen Umusi was a bold tactician, which is awesome stats, of course, and now they become gracious and a ranger as well. So there's also a bit of combination there, because the additional bonus from a ranged unit standing in a forest, and of course started with a slinger, so makes a lot more use of that. Also combines with the ranger bonus for a plus 45% in total with his slinger, so long as his queen is standing there. Which she's not. She's now the governor of Babylon, so he doesn't plan to use that too much, probably realizing the size of the map and that it won't matter immediately. So
some nice stats on that queen, 2223.
Yeah, I understand this temptation to use her as a governor for sure. And also, as you can see, extended vision, because they are a tactician and the mountains in the border see further away. So not the full extent because there are other mountains in the way, but still a solid bit of vision, more than you'd get in a default scenario, of course.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty solid start with one settler out already on the way and another one coming. So Sion will be on 4 cities before too long. Looks like Greece has got one settler coming, but is definitely lagging behind a little bit on the settling front. He's concentrating on getting his religion up.
Yep, he's getting another shrine in Pella, but I can only imagine that the growth advantage Siontific will get with his granary is going to count a little bit more each turn. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
I'm just noticing I haven't changed the stream title. I do apologise, everyone. Let's fix that.
Oh. Right. Do we have the timer ticking sound? That sounded like 5 seconds to me. So do we have the 15 seconds already, or is that because I'm an observer?
It's I don't know if I assume it's if you're observing the player who's affected it's right. What's happened is it starts ticking at 15 seconds, but it still only lasts for 5 seconds. So it will
Hmm.
tick from 15 to 10. So I
Okay,
think it's better as a warning, but yeah, it doesn't tick the entire time.
sure. Not
Siren's
sure
feeling
what
some
happened
time
there.
pressure.
Oh, yeah, Cyan was going to start a camp, as you do, with the Hunter family as Babylon, before reminding that we don't have starting tech and it doesn't know trapping, indeed. So he cut and then went back to make a farm in Duathara. So that's how one gets surprised when
Oops,
playing on
yes.
unfamiliar settings. So
Yeah, Cyan doesn't prefer the no starting text, so that's understandable why you could get tripped up by that.
yep, I do tend to play with starting text myself, so I definitely get that kind of confusions. I've had that happen to me a few times in the past. Uh, yeah, so they both cleared the same city site. They are pausing a bit because, of course, now we have 2 units at least everywhere before even getting there. The tactician warrior is still remarkably healthy, though, and with Warden can still be quite resilient when striking at tribe units, but it doesn't look like Fonder is planning on trying to clear that additional Scythian camp. He's already at war with them, though, so presumably it'll come.
Yeah, I imagine he will. Maybe he's just focusing more on his workers and his settler at the moment. He's a little bit short on orders, so and still scouting as well.
Hmm.
So
Sure,
it's
and
probably not a huge priority to clear the camp, but yeah, I imagine it will happen sooner or later.
yeah, and scouting probably has good value. Let me check. Yeah, he's up 23 legitimacy from event. Uh, yeah, declared war on 2 tribes, funded a family seat. Oh, named only 2 landmarks, so it's not so huge yet.
Yeah, Sion seems to have done a little bit better. Amazingly, he's named 4 landmarks, declared war on 2 tribes,
Alright,
and of
so
course has founded his third seat.
that scout was still very inefficient, even very efficient, even if it's now dead. Also, if you bet that we were going to see traders, we are seeing traders indeed in the northern Babylonian shores.
I wonder if Sion remembered where to place his fair.
Mm, I do not know, and I think the urban tiles are not exactly mirrored. So for the city sites, so I'm not sure if we can deduce at the moment. Well, the one that I'm checking do look
I
mirrored. So
yeah, I think they are, and I think he did. I think that wasn't urban, and yeah, he's planned to expand along the coast to get the pearls. That makes a lot of sense.
yep.
Flooding Greece, Nesta says, indeed that is, or was, has come and gone again already.
I'm not seeing the flood, so but I'm looking
Yeah.
at Babylon, so that would explain it.
No, it was last turn. It's come and gone already.
All right, I'm a very bad observer. Uh, okay, let me see. So more food, planning for some future pasture adjacency and everything. Mm, yeah, settler is trimming up north, but yes, slightly lagging behind Scion's position.
So
Oh,
Font
that's
has gone in on the Scythian site, but not stood on the urban tile,
not
which is
stood on the
pretty. Oh,
urban tile, which is
he does have the Highlander promotion as well, so it doesn't actually matter too much. I guess he still gets more defense on
it
urban.
still get more defense on the urban tile, yeah. So I was assuming it go there. And
Yeah,
yep,
that's going to hurt him a bit, I think, isn't it?
yeah, that's not ideal. Well, he can kill, stun, probably survive, but that's not very enticing. He might have to flee.
Yeah, I think he does. If he, oh yeah, he could do that, I guess. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be hard to clear a camp though. He is going to have to retreat and heal at some point.
Yep, I
Sure.
feel that's the case indeed. Ah, it is pushing with exploration, almost on Sion's side. Um,
Oh, they have met. You can see in the top left the score they're both showing now.
Still only 2 landmarks though, that's not so impressive. I'm not sure what Sion did to find 4, but oh, I guess the landmarks are not mirrored. There's a lake Ilike, I'm not sure how it's said, and Cephisos River. There's Armadas River, but no, the lake doesn't have a name on the right side.
Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure I'd ever realised that before.
First time I pick up on it either, as well. So
So Sion's pushing into the barbarians down south, ignoring the Sivians, which are looking a bit scary now. 4 Sivian units up north there.
yeah, I'm still checking the fate of the Greek tactician leader, still a general, probably fleeing to the city that was just recently founded.
Yep,
Champion
Greece
city.
finally managed to get their first city up. It's definitely getting a little bit slower now. I guess we can, yeah, looking at the stat screen. Yeah, Sion founded his third city on 16 as opposed to 19, so 3 turns delayed.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sion at the moment. Oh, we have ruins. I hadn't
Look at the yeah,
realized.
look at the victory points on the miscellaneous.
Uh, Let me check.
On no, on the
Oh
record
yeah.
screen where you were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying you can get a timeline then of yeah, on the left hand side there, victory points. You can
Yeah.
see when they expanded.
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
So
Bittina
even though
defense.
Greece is ahead because they've got that culture bonus from their developing cities, they're still
Mm-hmm.
behind in terms of settling.
I didn't realize what kind of calamities pillaged the garrison and the mine in Babylon's territory. Uh, should be checking a bit more. Okay, so an additional warrior and is pushing a third unit from Duathara. Oh, Fonda is gallivanting with his scout under the nose of Sion's warrior and moving back. Going for the shopkeeper straight away in Dilbat, his trader seat. The tactician got reassigned to a unit, so she's getting down to work as well
That
from
scout
from
might be getting
Babylon.
stunned next turn then.
Yes, there will be a bit of a simultaneous turn click fest. All right. For the tragedy of it,
There
I
he
want to look at
comes.
it from the
Yep,
other side. Yep, too late.
he's cool. Love to see it.
Oh, I'm hearing music. Does that mean drama on the Greek side? It does.
Nice.
So, alright, and Eshnula got funded as well, so we are up on 4 versus 3 cities. And we have a militia and a warrior on one side, and a slinger and a warrior on the other, so Sion is starting to pull ahead, I would say.
Well, Greece has got Cartier and the option for a free ambition, which is always nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he has taken
Yeah,
the
Zoroastrianism has been
Cartier and the
funded,
ambition.
Cartier and the ambition, good, good. Good on them. I believe we have all victories enabled, including ambition victory and double victory. That's not always the case in MP setups, but it is the case today. So we'll have to see if that comes into play. Typically it takes a long time, so not really on such a small map, but we'll have to see.
So Sion's up to 4 cities now. Greece is free. They're still out expanding him. Are there any more settlers coming out? There might be one in Babylon, possibly. We'll see.
Greece is going rhetoric, so I assume going for the lows and for early lows for their unique units. Yes, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think that would make a lot of
So
sense.
quickly they can push it.
Those hoplites are scary, and they get their adjacency bonus.
Yeah, whereas Cyan is going for a bit more traditional setup. Well, he's still picking aristocracy, which is not super meaningful yet, but he went to husbandry, so maybe we'll see chariots, maybe we'll see labor force and a top 3 line, or still quite possibly just a rush for lows. We'll have to see. So labor
Yeah,
force
or
is a
he
low option,
might even just
aristocracy,
be
rhetoric.
wanting to pick up the pastures for the orders, possibly even founding Judaism at some point.
Yes, makes sense too. Pastures, yes, 1, 2 RCs. So yeah, there's value there. That's fair enough. And a miniature city forest fire in Dilbat.
Beautiful. And some
Right.
more stats from an event for that fire.
Oh, I hadn't picked up on that. Oh, 5224. Yeah, that's beautiful. 3 minus
Yeah,
1, 5 is not
fabulous.
as convincing, I'm afraid. That's 0 courage and minus charisma. Is impious. Alright, so a bit unlucky, I
Oof.
suppose.
Yeah, that's out. Losing religious opinion when you're going through an early religious play is unfortunate.
No good deeds will remain unpunished.
He
The
still seems to have got. Oh well, that's a big flood. Good
Yes.
lord. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it looks
quite.
beautiful. We have a lake here now, so
Oh yeah, it's changing already. It's
popped
no
in
longer
windows.
mirrored.
hmm Yeah, and his worker will be finishing its improvement there, but the tile is impassable to other units.
Yeah, so the flood doesn't make too much difference to him. I think there's no. Well,
Mhm.
actually, it might delay the settler. Well, probably maybe by 1 turn at most. Settler's still got quite a long way to go, and he can just go the other side of the mountain range. I guess
Yeah,
is where that settler's headed anyway.
this is all forest, the mountain pass as well. So on both sides they have to spend a bit of time, lose a turn or two, just getting north of their capitals.
Seems there's an extra column of hexes on Sion's side. He can cross the lake. Where are you seeing that?
Yeah, the lake is a full triangle on the left side, where there are only 2 tiles that are available on the
Oh, I
other side of the
see.
lake.
Yes.
But that's, yeah,
Interesting.
because we are using hexagonal maps, they don't have exact parity. You'll see the bottom of the map is always 1 tile in that way, and that creates these kinds of small oddities. Because the map is a bit of a jigsaw, so each row will have an extra outbound tile on one side compared to the other. So
Oh, I guess Babylon picked up border boost at some point. He's got his pearls already. Any specialists or
uh,
expansion up there?
oh yeah, that looks like a border boost indeed. All his cities expanded. Shnuna is getting some nice territory. There's fur, 2 more horses. There's ore in the central site as well, held by the Numidians at the moment, but it's clearing out barbarians at the bottom. Oh, that would have been a nice patron site. We'll have to see if Greece, Greece already forfeited patrons, so that's not going to happen. But
Quite a
yeah,
lot of
2 silver and a
quite a lot
gold.
of
So
quite a lot of marble in the middle there.
oh
3
yes,
around that Numidian site.
that central site is quite a prize actually. Grain, 3 marble in somewhat in range, and ore, 2 horses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. And the one to the north, the Sibian site, isn't too bad either. A couple of ore and sorghum, plus a couple of fishes.
Indeed. Yeah, it's even slightly better maybe because you can join the side or with coastal. You don't really want to put your band there. it's all good quarry terrain, but certainly the two close marble, the two fishes, the grain are all in range wherever you settle. So you have to do a bit more work to gain access to all the goodies from the Numidian side. So
So Simon's
only.
doing quite well on clearing. He's about to clear yet another barbarian site down the bottom, although he is soaking up skirmisher attacks on Eshnuna now. But yeah, Greece has got a little bit stuck, trying to clear the Scythian site.
Yeah, and Sion has an additional warrior as well. I just got finished in Duathara with a hero assigned. So yeah, he's making solid progress on the clearing and expanding game. Playing the margins, we'll get out of that with a single hit point. And yeah, stun is stronger probably because he can kill the other units. Yeah.
Alright, we've got our fourth Greek city, which is another Sages.
Alright, a good default spawn, some extra culture from wine and lavender. But yeah, that's coming after the border boost, I believe, so not quite in time compared to the Babylonian side. And Lindos is pushing culture quite strongly with an Odeon and theatre ready. And of course, artisan seat and Greece culture bonus, so the city is pushing 19 cultures a turn at the moment. Not too bad on turn 28.
Pretty good indeed, yeah. I wonder what the plan there is, if he's actually going for VPs or just to develop that city, or he's just trying to get to strong quickly to get 8 strength EU.
I don't know, I haven't checked the wonders, so let's check. There's a Pyramid Ziggurat, Oracle, and Garden for weak wonders, the Lighthouse for developing, Mausoleum, Acropolis, Museum, and Cothan at strong. And legendary, we have the Colosseum, which is definitely a prize, Via Tasok, Hagia Sophia, and the Pantheon, which of course are not too bad. I don't know if we'll see a wonder, but maybe that's not excluded. Still need a bit of work to meet one another.
Yeah, I suppose it's worth bearing in mind that double is enabled, so 19 VP is the target to get half of the total, while the other player has 9 or less.
Yes, and just as I was saying that, Sion just started the pyramids, so we are going to see a wonder indeed.
Okay.
Making good use of his sun tiles. Oh, that's an arid one, but yeah. And second granary as well, so he's pushing his growth. Plus 20% for just being Babylon, and two granaries adjacent to his sorghum with a farmer. So without the second granary finishing, Babylon is at 31.6 growth. Whereas
Complained about that.
Pella is at 13, so he's almost pushing 3 times the growth as his opponent. So Babylon will be a lot more efficient as a settler or worker pump than Pella will be. Culture will be definitely on the Greek side though, with Drama up, getting a Lodion in Pella. Lindos is already rushing too strong. Yeah.
Yes, I don't think Sion is too likely to grab a double with Greece's culture, so the Pyramids might just be a defensive play against that to make sure he doesn't get out VP'd, but it is a very solid wonder in its own right, of course. Civics reduction on laws is huge, plus an extra order never hurts.
He has adopted a single law at the moment. Centralization is maybe unlocking more. Where is it going with this tech tree? He's going navigation at the moment, so yes, that's another law. And I think he has almost all he needs. 1, 2, 3. You just need a fourth one. So any rhetoric, sovereignty, citizenship, if he wants to secure the late game, maybe could all be options for a fourth law. We'll see where it goes. Rhetoric, so he's definitely wanting the law
Oof, so
early as possible.
Sion's heir has just come of age. He's got a choice between Zealot or Judge. Probably not what he wanted, I would imagine.
Cyan
You're at
loves judges, so I don't know who is considering that. I don't think they are fighting quite imminently, but we'll
Yeah,
have
and
to see. Yeah.
Sion doesn't have his religion, so I'm guessing his Zealot would be then less attractive. But
Hmm.
he does have a reasonably decent civic income, and converting people with Zealots is always fun.
Yeah, and he has, well, 4 units at Eshnuna, which is a very significant force at this point in the game. He can clear up the center quite quickly if he wishes to do so, and I don't think Greece could contend with that if they were actually fighting at the moment.
Oh, he's gone Zealot.
Oh,
Interesting times.
so yeah, Greece has a militia and 2 warriors, so definitely a bit lagging in terms of strength, which, well, should be apparent by the comparison. Going for a civics boost, just unlocked sovereignty.
Greece is turned for an air choice. Also has a choice of Zealot or Judge.
Yeah, there's still some mirrored seed suspicions there. They got the same tech at the beginning.
Oof, 10-turn settler in Lindos. That's not what you want to see. What if he ends
That's
up
slow.
rushing that at some point?
Yeah, unless he plans to rush, it's not looking too great, yeah.
I mean, he's getting civics boost in 2 turns, so he will certainly have the capability to rush settler.
Yeah, it would have been a nice champion seat as well, the capital with those two ores. But yeah, I guess they both identified from the mountain pass start that they wouldn't be fighting super early, so didn't go for that.
So yeah, they're very similar power-wise now, I guess. So Greece has got 3 warriors and a militia, and Babylon's got 3 warriors and a slinger.
Yeah.
And we've got another flood going on, this time in Babylon.
He's doing rhetoric
Like
now, no
bothering
3
Sion too
warriors.
much.
He will probably pick a set religion with the
Has
civics for
wrecked
the
one of
ambition
his
too.
quarries.
Do they start with or without the fog of war? They start with fog of war, as in any normal game. We don't have it because we're observers, unless I'm mistaken.
Yes, that's correct. There's no fog. They have sorry, there is fog. There is no fog for us, the observers.
Mhm.
But the players cannot see everything.
Yes, they have to reveal the map normally, let's say, Maniac. So they know it's
Hurricane time.
mirrored and all that, so they can deduce the shape of the map overall from what they see on their side. They know it's uh, very similar on the other side. Some resource placements can be displaced a little bit, things like that, but the terrain itself is mirrored, or was, until Floud starting to put lakes on the map and calamities alter terrain. So
Another settler out of Babylon. Wonder what Sion is going to build there next. I imagine another settler. Looks like he's going for this Numidian site in the centre. Capture that prize.
yeah, and he's going at it quite. Yeah, he's being very efficient. He's thinking of splitting, sending his new hero warrior deal with raiders and potentially the Scythian site. We'll see.
Not building another settler immediately. I wonder if he's planning what he's planning on doing. That's he's going to need to either settle that city site in the south or camp it.
Still,
7 years left.
between Babylonia, Rising Star Governor, the two granaries, the farmer, and everything, that's 37 growth in Babylon. While we have 13 in Pella, so yeah, that advantage is growing. So we'll see what the growth does. But at the moment, Pella is spending its time doing festivals to gain citizens, and Sion doesn't have to do that, of course, as much, despite pumping units. They are both 3 populations, but Sion has been able to get out more workers and settlers, and still be on par on population. So
yeah, that Rising Star Governor was a nice bit of luck, but of course he has put in the work with the granaries and the shrines and the other improvements to bump that up as well.
oh, and Sion is a scholar now. So he let the Rising Star take the throne.
Oh,
Presumably,
so
I
he
haven't
did.
checked the events, but he's now a righteous, impulsive Rising Star scholar. Well, that's additional culture, that's additional growth, and
Always nice to enable a tech beeline as well with a scholar. I
oh,
imagine Cyan will have
indeed.
a plan for that. Cyan got another settler from his hunter's seat, did he? Yeah, there is one up there, that makes sense.
And he's going
In fact, it's
sovereign. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I was going to say it's a trader settler, in fact. Yeah, he's got a trader settler out and he's building another settler in his trader seat. I had not seen that. So yeah, he's settlers everywhere.
Yeah, and he's rejoining the path of Fonder, going sovereignty as well, but after securing navigation, let me check the path on the other side.
So Fonda's up to 2 laws now. He's got centralisation and constitution up.
Yeah, and he's up sovereignty and finishing the civics bonus, but he doesn't have navigation yet, so he doesn't have the option for colonies or serfdom, more likely. The orders will come in handy. I do expect I do expect Cyan to wait for the pyramids to complete in 3 turns before picking his laws and being very suddenly on four laws for his stronghold and just as well with significant saving on civics. So sovereignty in 2 turns, the civics bonus in 1 or 2 turns after that, probably, and then all 3 additional laws and a stronghold started, I expect.
Oh wow, yeah, a lot of unlocked laws there. I'm just looking at the economy graph at the moment. Cyan has got such an advantage in food, iron, and stone. Way ahead. So
Um,
economy's humming along very nicely. And
oh yeah,
science is up considerably as well.
food's looking great, iron's looking great. Order is more or less the same until serfdom, I expect. Money is
Yeah.
somewhat similar. Science advantage for Cyan as well, despite the acolytes and all that. Considerable training advantage. I don't know where that's from. Possibly miners. Um, yeah, he has both ore miners in Babylon. So farmer, miner, rural specialist, but well justified. And I'm seeing 1 acolyte. So of course, in Greece we'll have at least 2 acolytes for Zoroastrianism. We see, yeah, purely urban specialist in Pella, master poet and 2 acolytes. Um, but still, the rest of his development is not following. It seems since Sion is still up on research. I guess a 6 wisdom on his scholar leader doesn't hurt, of course, and yeah, with 4 cities, he's getting 4 additional just from being Babylon. So, oh, players are asking about switching the turn style. We are now on strict turn style, so players will play alternately as normal rather than the simultaneous mode that allowed us to blitz through 38 turns in 50 minutes, which is quite quick. So, right,
Yeah,
sorry about
yeah, it's
that.
not a bad start. So yeah, we've got 7 cities on Babylon's side to 5 on Greece. Yeah, Babylon's colonised the centre of the maps. Definitely looking like he's got a good bit of control there.
Yep, yeah, indeed, a strong position. Also, Greece is well keeping up on military. They've caught up now with 4 warriors and a militia. There's another warrior finishing next turn,
And upgrades to spears.
and he's going for the poets in Pella and Lindos. So uh, I assume he's going further than Follow, and there's an upright on the field.
And attacking machinery as well. So yeah, hoplite, spears, and onagers sounds like a nice little force.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Sion goes for beyond these unique units. That's clear already. Machinery. Yeah, all right. So
Are they're both going for machinery.
yeah, they're
Okay.
going for very parallel tech paths. Oh, earthquake in Babylon.
Oh, just in
Yeah.
Babylon.
Yep.
Painful. But actually not too bad. Yeah, Babylon is
Yeah.
of course incredibly rich from their trader's seat.
Oh yes, I hadn't seen that, but yes, they are indeed. So I wonder,
The,
is he preparing? Oh, police. What's he looking for? So he changed from machinery to police.
weird.
I think he
Why
wants the
would you
free
do
Acadian.
that?
That's the only thing I would understand for S3 and free Acadian. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Does have a few groves that you might want land consolidation for, I suppose.
He just created a marauder out of existence in a single hit from a tactician warrior.
Brutal.
Yes.
Diving
Oh
onto
yes, of
Greece
course,
side of
that's
the map.
his original queen. So that's a 7-1-2-4 tactician, a force to be reckoned with.
Very nice.
And yeah, economic development is progressing apace with yeah, quite a few workers around. I'm going to pass it on to you and keep it pause. Right. Yeah, okay. Some pause shenanigans, tactical pauses.
Disgraceful behaviour.
Hate to see it.
Alright, so what is Greece doing? Greece is stronger now.
Yeah.
So working on specialists. Got a council and
Yeah.
Pella. Guess he's queued 3 councils, so he's waiting until he's getting his next citizen free so he can build another specialist.
And yeah, indeed, Nestor, as you picked on it, the hoplite is coming from the tech card. He doesn't have a stronghold up yet, and he actually has only 3 lows. Even with the civics bonus, he still doesn't have the civics to adopt epic or exploration, not quite yet. So that will be a lone hoplite for now. Is competitive mode off? I do not believe so. No, competitive mode is on.
It is indeed on, yes.
What made you think it would be off on W6?
Right, well these raiding Scythians are not long for the world with Greece's spears now.
Yeah. Oh yes, spears. A nice spike, I suppose. All right, forum 1. Yeah, he has his to fix his stuff, obviously. So went for the stone first. The miner will be back. Pyramid's done. Let me see. I assume he hasn't got the. Oh yes, he definitely has got the civics bonus. He's on 5 lows now. Our scientific is with 784 civics banked. So very efficient on that front compared to Greece, who cannot enact that 4 slows yet.
Yeah, Sion is getting a nice science bonus off his Rising Star Governor, is it? And it's not even a Rising Star, it's just the Governor. Oh, it's the king
Yes,
governor.
Rising
Yeah,
Star,
yeah.
King and Governor. Yeah.
It's got a 6 wisdom scholar leader who's also a governor and a rising star. So yeah,
Yep.
he's getting a lot of science off that.
And the
23
stronghold,
a turn coming out of Babylon.
stronghold is on its way. Carefully placed to allow the barracks a diamond. We'll see if he goes for mill drill anytime soon. But it's looking like a very capital-driven push at the moment. None of these other cities are developing. Although Dilbat will get there with the 2 pearls nets now. So yeah, I assume pushing a few Acadians
Ooh,
from there.
Greece is attacked. Stunned a slinger.
Oh,
Bold. That's very bold. With 1 unit, just all on his own.
yes. I don't know if he saw exactly what Cyan has, or if he was assuming it was mostly slingers or something like that, because the starting unit was 1. But that's not the case. This tactician, fearsome as it is, can be quickly zocked in the forest. But yeah, alright, he's running in with an additional spear, with his hoplite. We'll have to see. Things are getting interesting.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see it. A little bit of conflict, but yeah, looks like Fonda's going all in.
He's cancelling in Lindos, presumably to finish his quest for civics that little bit quicker. As well in Pella. Pella is strong now, so Lindos will be in two turns. It looks like, yes, 2 turns. Yes.
So yeah, it's oh wow, going out. Yeah, in with the militia as well. Why not?
Well, I guess he's somewhat resilient in the forest. Warriors can still inflict significant damage, though.
Yeah, I mean that militia can die in 2 hits easily enough from those 2 general warriors.
Yes, yes, but
I
of
mean,
course, all attacks that are not going on the tactician will
yeah,
keep
whether
units exposed to
that's
everything else. So we'll have to see.
whether
Yeah.
that's a good idea or not is certainly another question. And of course, all these melee units here, well, they can do a decent amount of damage to that tactician spear. I mean, they will take a lot of counter-attack damage as well. So yeah, it's not a great position for Sion here.
Hmm.
He is
Yeah,
taking it.
it is disputed. So yeah, about the tech rate. So they went for quite a few specialists. They both have uh, Sage Capital, which +1 science per specialist, and they both have 3 specialists. Babylon, of course, gets additional science per city. They also both have Constitution. No, Sion went for Tyranny, but I'm pretty sure Greece went for Constitution. Let me see. Yes, so they have extra science from there. Also, poet, master poet. There's quite a few specialists around. The leader of Greece is 6 wisdom, so that's additional research as
All right.
well.
The turn's back. Let's see what's going on. So he's moved
All
in.
right.
He's killed a unit. Is he going to try and retreat the leader off, or is he just going to keep on killing? He can easily kill another unit.
Ooh. Yes, how many order is he? Oh, he still has 9 order, so he's trying to do something with his hoplite, I assume?
Yep.
Yes.
Rush in, then kill a what? Yes. No, that's lovely. That is devastating. Siontific is now
Beautiful.
much weaker. That might be game winning.
That's a thrashing, yeah.
It'd be nice if Siontific does come back from this. I don't think it's impossible, but yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but that's a big blow. I definitely get that. So, ugh.
So yeah, nicely done. That was quite a good little setup there.
That was quite
Okay.
a walloping. So, he has to judge accurately what to push and what to stop. There's a new warrior coming up in next turn, another one in 4 turns in Shnuna, 6 turns in Marat, 2 turns in Durathara. There's one on its way. So
But all he's got right now is 2 warriors.
yes, so he's but naked, indeed, in the middle of the battlefield. So we'll have to
Well,
see what happens.
I would guess retreating to Ur would make sense, and healing, maybe even retreating further back than Ur.
Yeah, that was.
Chopping some forest. Yeah, back to Eshnena. Makes sense.
Reasonable.
We'll stand up for at least a couple of turns, I would imagine.
Yeah, but I would expect he's going to take quite a few hits while Fonder consolidate with his tactician to heal it and something like that, probably. Well, that's what I would do. Doesn't mean that's what he will do, but.
Yeah, I wonder if Sion is regretting no longer having his tactician at this point.
Possible. Still need to scout on Greece side, so he's moving forward. And yeah, hitting the city. The warrior that was going to finish next turn is going to take one more turn, which is actually quite an important difference at the moment. Well, thanks for clarifying that in chat, my good friend Fluffy. I was wondering what had happened when I was looking somewhere else.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just randomly sitting all over the screen, not even realising what's going on. Nothing personal. Right, Greece has... Oh, yes, moved in very aggressively. What he's doing with his leader?
Circling the city. Well, not much at the moment. He doesn't have orders left, so...
Okay.
He judged he could risk keeping it there. We'll see.
Bless you, Silver. Yes. Clicking random buttons is my speciality. Alright, what's Sion up to? Consolidating. Still got his two warriors.
I will time Fluffy out for 30 seconds on the Discord server as retribution this time. Alright, we are having adventures on the chat and in the game. Alright, so Ur is very threatened, so we are seeing battle civilian units coming in. What's this settler, worker, scout? I'm not sure what Sion is trying to edge play out here. We'll have to see.
Well, he does like his civilian combat units.
Yes, but that
might even be time to upgrade some to militias at some point.
Possibly, yeah. That's a bit of a one-shot tactic, though. Losing workers and settlers and all of that is painful still. So,
yeah,
unless you are winning the game doing it, it's.
He can afford to lose a city, so it's not the end of the world for him to just fall back and let Greece have that, I would guess.
He's positioning behind the river at the moment. He still has quite a few warriors in protection, and a militia in Dilbat with its awesome growth with the boosted nets. Oh, there's a Pathfinder around, look like. No, a harbor. So I'm guessing he got a harbor out of a Calamity event, but that's boosting all 3 nets. That's an awesome little bonus there. Of course, that means militia, which is not... Ideally not what you want facing hoplites, but...
well, Greece is going all in. He's advancing, not bothering to stop and take her.
Yes.
Quite sure what he is...
Smelling blood in the water, it looks.
Wow, that is bold. That spear is probably dead now.
I think so, although I'm not sure. There's only one warrior on the other side, so... If he can protect his unit, well, too late now. He's acted with all his military unit, but if I would expect Sion to go out of the city to kill the spears. Of course, he's losing the warrior after that, and that's his almost last unit. There's a warrior getting out of the Athara next turn, but yeah, not too sure.
I mean, honestly, he might not even lose the warrior if he can keep his civilian units in the way. That's presumably why they're there, just to get in the way. It depends. He can probably, yeah, don't know, maybe. Siontific is famous for putting civilians in harm's way. He is indeed. He loves it. Alright, well, let's see how he responds to that. Yeah, so there is another warrior come out of Darafa now. He could rush that into the fray and actually kill with that guy instead.
Oh, I'm sure he's killing it. Too painful, too well promoted, get the stun out of the field.
He's not taking the free war elephant, he's going for hydraulics. Presumably this is going to be a double crossbow rush.
Yes, looks like it anyway. Well, crossbows would be quite a pain to deal with for Fonder, so that's understandable. Ooh, upgrading settler to worker to militia indeed. And healing his worker to upgrade it, presumably.
Yeah, and just everyone surrounding that worker to make sure that he can't get killed.
Yep.
So, it's nice.
Everyone knows civilians are there to protect warriors, so...
Yeah, not a bad comeback, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I think Greece should be falling back and taking over at this point.
And Onaga just got rushed in Babylon as well, so it will need a bit of time to reach the front, but a harbinger of things to come.
There are some roads coming up.
I don't really understand the double road, yeah, but...
That is odd, but I guess, yeah, trader worker.
Yeah, but why?
Not sure.
I'm almost like wondering at a display bug or something, but yeah, it's very strange. Or maybe it's a form of bad manner. See, I can waste my time on roads and I'll still come back in with an Onaga. I don't know.
Perhaps to annoy sign, you should add an effect giving a city a discontent penalty when a civilian unit dies. I don't know. I think civilian units dying is painful enough. Losing workers is not great. It wasn't intentional that the map puts the capitals behind the mountain range. We generated one. This was in fact the first one I generated, and it just looked fun. It's just something a little bit different. Something you always see.
Maybe the earthquakes multiplied the road. I don't know, Dav. I don't think there's such a thing. But it does look strange, so I'm not sure what it's about. Maybe we want to investigate later. At the very least, ask Sion if he did that or not.
Greece going for a bit of garrison pillaging. Love to see it.
Yep. Sending the militia forward. A bit indecisive though, doing that first before playing his military unit. I guess he's still asking himself what to do with the ongoing mess.
Yeah.
He's going back to the city. I'm not sure. I would thrash those units myself, but killing the civilians first if necessary. But I don't know if that's the right choice. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out.
Well, it seems likely he's taking her next turn. I mean, I guess if Sion brings his... Oh, he has upgraded a civilian to a militia. Yeah, so he's got the 2 warriors and a militia now, so he could possibly kill someone with them. I'm not actually sure they could kill anyone worthy of worrying about.
Yeah, and at the very least, Fonda will gain a foothold in the middle of the map where his units can heal and potentially be upgraded for the remaining warriors to spear. So the city is a nice prize, even just for positioning reasons.
Yeah, I guess I'm quite interested to see what Sion does right now. I assume he just sits back and heals up.
I think he's crumbling warriors everywhere, running his onager from his capital. Started another one in Dur Athara, which defensively will be a sentinel onager as well. So pushing militias out of Dilbat. Ooh, what happened there? Okay, hero assigned to the onager as well. Oh, that's a Ranger one. We'll see if that comes into play.
That looks strong. Yeah, that's going to be a pain to deal with. But yes, he's letting her go. I think that's sensible. There's not a lot he can do about that.
Yes, cities still take some time to fall. Of course, I fully expect Fonder to make this one a champion city with the ore and the plus 50% defense, of course. So we'll have to see if that's probably a foothold gained for good. We'll
Yeah,
see
it's
on
a
their turn.
shame. It's a shame for Sion that his forest and his city is just out of range of honouring Ur. It's 5 tiles away. Would have been a
Um,
lovely spot to set up his onager up and bombard from behind the
uh,
river there in that forest.
yes, but not quite.
Hmm.
That will deter some advances, so we'll have to see if he's stationed on the hill behind Eshnuna.
I
So
imagine
I
Sion
guess
is
he's
more.
stabilizing first, right? Making
Yes, yeah, he's
sure he
more
cannot move
focused
forward
on making
first.
sure he can defend. Indeed, yeah.
That's sensible, so yeah. So we have two spearmen and an onager in the work on Greek side as well. Atalaya is just completing a rushed onager. Of course, he has way more opportunities to hurry builds because, well, two of his cities are strong, another two are developing, while Sion still has only his capital that is developing. Well, actually,
Oh, and Greece has just started the museum.
let me
Oh, in
check
fact,
the
actually
bat not yet.
started it last time, did he? Yeah,
I
missed that.
haven't checked. Yeah, it looks to have been started 2 turns ago. Well, 2 turns ago now, so the turn before his last. He's still
Greece is.
neglecting this ore. I'm surprised.
Well, I was just looking at Greece's road network. It looks a little bit sad. He's built so many roads, but not connected them.
Oh, yes, what happened there?
He's got a 2 tile gap down at Palo, and then a 1 tile gap going up to Lindos.
Yes, that looks unfortunate. Well, I'm pretty sure he's focused on the movement bonus for his units first, but still, missing that connection looks. Well, I'm checking what I'm commenting, so that's what it looks like. Uh, Alright, got pillaged by a tsunami, I expect, in Antioquia. I still pushing two spearmen in the coming 3 turns and capturing the city in the center, and he will have his onager. So Sion will find himself in a strong defensive position, where presumably Fonder won't be able to continue his push, but he will be able to secure what he's got out of it, I suppose. Right, I have to rethink. I'm now looking at what Sion is doing when Fonder is playing, and conversely, which is maybe not ideal. But yeah, Dilbat will be second developing city next turn, so that's another opportunity to rush some builds. I expect the city will get out of militia mode at that point. Warriors are coming up, slowly stabilizing in Eshnuna by blocking the river crossing with civilian units. And yeah, pushing some more humble warriors and a few energy as well. One is almost on the front line now. There's one coming out of his hunter seat, another one from Babylon. So hey, we might see a good old Onager standoff. Who knows?
Yes, Greece is very short on civics. It's true. Although he's got 106 coming in a turn now, but yeah, having to run council in
Council.
several cities is painful.
Yeah,
Just to try and get a full floor up.
that's to be able to finally adopt exploration or epics. Well,
Or
given the
serfdom
amount of river,
coming
yeah,
in
well,
a
all
turn.
could work. Or serfdom, yes, more probably indeed.
But yeah, that's a beautiful road pattern there. He's managing to still completely avoid any kind of connection there.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess he was massing civics to get his law, but got distracted by the museum, so he just spent 300, and now he has to run council everywhere to adopt his law. Right,
back to Sion.
Skisians seems to enjoy the show, and they are upgrading some of their units in celebration. We have some 5-string Amazon cavalry now on the field.
The Raiders are doing quite well at beating up the lone warrior defending Heraclea.
Oh yeah, I was looking at Sion, but indeed, well, that's still a champion warrior, so steadfast, and he can take a beating still, but yeah, we'll still have to retreat and heal at one point. So, but yeah, that's that road network.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to question that. Can I push the
Sion's going
snarkiness
heavy on
into
roads as well.
screenshotting and posting on Discord this road network? Maybe not. Maybe that's too mean.
No, I think you should.
Don't encourage me. You're supposed to be my moral compass, company. So.
Do it. He also rushed the Onager. Oh, right, yeah, I guess he spent civics on his Onager as well. Mixed priorities here. One Onager is fine, but doesn't seem that exciting. Sion's got his Onager set up in the forest on the hill. That's going to be absolutely awful to try and deal with. So yeah, I don't see Greece getting any further pushing in.
Yeah, he's getting locked down for sure. Can say on Naga, no, he cannot hit anything from there. It's 100% defensive indeed. As he should.
Doubled roads to the west, disconnected roads to the east. It's been a crazy road game. I mean, this map kind of demands roads, so yeah, it's fair to see. But yeah, it's interesting the approaches both players have taken to that. Sion's getting very focused on roads at the moment. He's getting nearly got his Shnuna connected now. Oh, I guess it was actually technically connected already by the river, but yeah, the road movement very helpful for those onagers.
Alright, posted on Discord. It was you should have encouraged me, but
okay, how can you be so mean, kid? I can't believe you did that.
Yes. I find the commentating spot very comfortable. Wow. I've done enough mistakes on crazy things on stream, so.
Yeah, it's must admit when you've been streaming for a while and have people pointing out your mistakes constantly, it's nice to get back and get a bit of revenge, eh?
Yes. I suppose if there was strangeness only on one side, I probably wouldn't have posted. But since they are both clowning us, I guess I feel allowed. Okay, so Ur is getting captured indeed next turn. It doesn't look like anything is going to change that. So still, that's a very good blow struck by Fonder. It looked for a moment like all the advantages were on Sion's side, but he still got caught with his metaphorical pens down in the middle of the map, and that's good scoring from Greece.
Yeah, he's definitely taken advantage of being stronger. I see Sion's got peace with the Scythians. That's quite nice for him. He's able to road down in peace and not have to worry about them.
Yeah, the military score graph is showing a very impressive recovery from Sion, really, after a big dip at very much weaker. Is now back with advantage in raw strength, as well as in territory, of course. And the economy, let's see how it's going. So science, they're not too far away from one another, but Sion has been able to maintain an about, I guess, 10 to 15 advantage, give or take, turn on turn for, since turn 23, where they were equal to now, so a bit over 25 turns. And
succession-wise, we've got Greece has got a 7-year-old as the heir at the moment, and then a 35-year-old judge second in line. Babylon has a tactician, a 23-year-old intelligent tactician coming up. So that
Right.
will probably be quite nice for them if they need to abdicate into a stronger archetype. They've got someone lined up who can do the job.
Yeah, interestingly, he's vigilant. So if you want
Oh,
a pseudo champion style, oh
look at
yes,
her!
this is aggressive roading.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yes. Yeah, he can still road in the territory, right? It's still neutral until Fonder's turn. So
Yeah, I mean he won't be able to use that road pretty quickly, but
yeah, yeah. It was that or dealing with the forest fire at deal bad. So I guess.
I mean, I guess he's just sacrificing that worker then. I mean, he's definitely going to
Yeah.
die, right?
You know, Scientific is a callous character. So.
Yeah, I mean, Greece is going to be careful to stay out of the onager range, and I suppose I'm not actually sure if Greece can see the onager. Well, they will be able to now they've got Ur,
Yeah,
of course,
for sure.
vision.
I suppose it should. Well, I haven't checked in time, but with the vision from the tactician, I expect it would have been in range already, at least when his units were positioned a bit more forward. So his onager is reaching soon. What 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 happened with those roads? There's one missing between the river crossing, which without engineering doesn't do anything, and the road from Atalaya.
I wonder if that's just time pressure. Maybe he's cracking up under the pressure. But,
I think
yeah,
there's a message. I think he's trying to write something on the map with his roads.
it does kind of look. It kind of looks like a fractal pattern. Wow, and yeah, I mean, okay.
He
well,
is
that's
making road
interesting.
pairs, order
Some very tactical
optimization. I
raiding
get
there.
it.
Yeah, makes some kind of sense.
Nazca lines. Yes, maybe that's.
All right, so worker down, onager unlimbered. Good. So yeah, this is looking like a standoff, certainly.
Mm-hmm. So
on city-wide, so Greece has got 6, Babylon's got 6. Okay, so they are even now, having swapped.
yeah,
But Greece does have control of the middle now.
that rising star governor leader is still amazing on Babylon. Plus 25% growth, the 6 wisdom. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a bit of an upset to have to change your leader. And losing the tactician has potentially hurt Sion in this fight. But yeah, definitely ups and downs to that for sure.
Yeah, and so long as he was able to defend, it's okay, right? Oh, he's moving forward with his onager, getting ready to position workers to protect it, I suppose. Let's see. And he's just out of range of counterfire. So I don't expect it can really take the city quickly. Champion city as it is. Even with the onager. So if Fonder moves the onager forward to station it in the city, then it's probably going back to a standoff? I'm not sure. There's quite a few wires now, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 in immediate proximity, another 2 a little bit back at Marad.
It doesn't look very sustainable because there are hills that Fonder could get his onager on to bombard Babylon's onager and stay safe. So yeah, I would guess healing, maintaining a defensive line, and I don't know. I guess if he wants to move his onager forward, he needs to protect it as well.
Yeah, I think, but he could just put it in the city, right?
Yeah, I mean, true, that is another option, certainly.
That would be 4. Yeah, it's not falling in one turn, even with all 3 warriors and the militia and the onager, so that would work, essentially.
Yeah, and his onager can do 9 damage to Sion's onager in the urban.
And alright, he reinforced Heraclea with 2 spearmen, which of course will thrash those raiders, but still, this is a significant force, a warrior and 2 spearmen that are mobilized to deal with something else than Sion. So And additional onagers would be welcome as well, but yeah, he doesn't have any in production at the moment, so.
Oh, wow. Not messing around. He's gone in.
Alright, okay. Violence.
Violence.
Well, it often works, so that's the point. Oh, they're all tacticians. It's all painful to attack, right?
Yeah, and
Outside of
it's
his
actually it's quite
onager.
hard to deal with that spear because of the river there. And Sion just doesn't have many ranged units that aren't onagers
Mm-hmm.
and miles away. In fact, Sion doesn't have any ranged
Yep.
units that aren't onagers, right? Yeah, see, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and I guess he's going to try to lock as many as he can. Well, I don't think he can Zoc lock anything. But maybe? I'm not sure I'm reading this right. Oh, he's missing orders and he doesn't have any training to buy the last order to attack. Ugh, that's a pain. So that's a timer at work, people. When you're not used to it,
Unfortunate,
you
but
can do these mistakes.
it looks like a pretty strong position for Greece to me. I mean, Babylon can do some damage, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
he really wants to get people out of that onager range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can kill a worker. He can maybe kill the warrior or something like that. But that's putting everything in onager range. So.
Yeah, and he can't kill that spear, I don't think, even if he gets everyone on it,
No, I
which
don't
means
think he
that
can.
that onager is definitely dying next turn.
I don't think he can, and if he could, that would be damaging all his units because it's still a tactician. So, yeah, that's a pain.
So another onager coming forwards, but not in range, and he doesn't have the training to march it, so you won't be able to get him into
Oh
play this
yeah,
turn.
the one coming from the trader city up north.
Yeah,
There's
that's
one
right.
finishing in Babylon next turn. There's one in progress in Lhasa, but that will need 10 turns. The city is still weak.
Yeah, it's he's got stuff coming, but it's not here now. Just fortification. Okay.
He's counting on the deterrence value of tactician, but yeah, I don't think it's worth the pain. And
Yeah.
the onager is probably just shooting at the urban tiles, just because it's too good to pass up. So. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, that onager and the spear would be killing his onager, and then there's
mhm.
probably spear and hoplite killing the warrior.
I think I would stun something else with a spear, and I would just like kill the onager with the onager and a warrior.
Don't.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, warrior won't quite cut it. It'd need the hoplite, or a warrior and a militia, I suppose, would do it.
The hoplite would do the missing point of damage by piercing.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
That's just how our minds work, right? It's not like I'm like it's better, but that's the first thing that would come to my mind anyway. Uh,
Flooding Greece, cutting him off.
oh,
Although not too bad timing. He doesn't have anyone who needs to cross imminently.
yeah, he's still dealing with this.
Oh, he's lost his leader.
Really?
He's got a 9-year-old leader in Greece. No tactician anymore.
Oh, that's not so great.
What he can get a dowager, who is a hero. It's okay. He doesn't really have the training to utilise that, but worrying about that later and dealing with the attacks. So yes,
All
as you
right.
say, pierce from the hoplite, splash from the onager, warrior can finish. Shit, unfortunately he can't stun anyone now, and that spear's kind of locked down, but he can probably shoot his way out of that. Kill that militia, I
Can you kill
guess.
the militia?
He can kill the militia with a
Yeah,
warrior and
exactly,
the
with a
spear, yeah.
warrior and the spear. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but
But
he's
he's
chosen
attacking
not
the
to.
warrior. Yeah, a bit timer stressed here, I think. Oh, I have to guess, but yeah, okay. He has two spearmen in production, two that are busy dealing with Scythian raiders. So he has more, but it's not where it should be. So
He's got his 4 laws up now. Are there any strongholds in production? I don't see any.
I don't think so. He could get
I think
one
it's just
at either Lindos or Pella. Pella is making a council. The only worker is busy making the museum. Just completed the amphitheater, I think, in Lindos. So he
assume he
could go
doesn't have
for it,
the
but
doesn't have the orders for it, I'd guess.
yeah. Yeah, that leader death probably messed up his plans quite.
Yeah, not good timing for sure.
Mhm.
Hero, I guess, is
But he
something
has a
for
hero
mine.
regent now, so yeah, I was just picking on that. I missed it first.
-3 charisma hero is not
Yeah.
ideal. But I mean, his training production is pretty solid now. You know, a launch offensive is something that could happen. He has just assigned his hero to a spear, which is fine. We'll get him into the battle a bit quicker. All right.
Yeah, still, I think this looks like a very solid opportunity for Sion, and the crossbow pair is coming in 4 turns, so that'll be cleanup time.
Oof. Yeah, that is gonna hurt.
But yeah, he has enough unit that he can like kill some stuff and anyway prevent them from escaping by zoking them. So I don't know if the Onager would be sufficient deterrence to prevent that.
Cyan not even trying to road to his city. He's roading straight towards her.
Yeah.
Still very much on the offensive. I mean, it's bold. I love it.
Mhm.
Where do we think that onager's going then? In range of her?
Audacious.
Surely not.
Standing in the
Sure.
forest?
Mare in the forest within range of her would be painful, I suppose.
I mean, if you feel you can protect it, that can work, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he does have quite a few units.
Just clear cutting forest at the moment. Needs wood for, I presume, Acadian archers. Where we do have a stronghold in Babylon. No, Ballista. All right. Ballista coming from Babylon. Just rushed.
Yeah,
This just in. Ballista in Babylon. And
Ballista
still
onagers
another one
and
in Dilbat, and yeah, Onagers on the way. All right,
yeah,
siege.
yeah. That's looking pretty strong, I'd say. Yeah.
Yes.
Fonda badly needs some cavalry.
Yes. Do we have additional siege coming from Fonda? Not really, not yet, right? He is going hydraulics, but he will get to the crossbows at least 6 turns later than Cyan. And his road network is not as well. It doesn't have as much redundancy, that's for sure. Uh, but yeah, that will make a big difference. The road network for any siege units, of course, because they get triple bonuses from road. So they are doubly important when we are relying on siege units. And okay, the Onager moved forward indeed, but just north of Eshnula in the end, stationed on the forest.
Oh, and that's he is going to be able to kill that spear now at least, but he can't. Oh, he can get the spear away because he managed to get the hoplite down there to clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. Wants to get that spear off the urban certainly.
Yeah.
Oof, that onager's doing 11 damage to that warrior there, even not on urban. Nasty.
Yeah, I think I'd still be tempted to kill the walker on the retreat with the spear and the warrior. I'm not sure if that's what Fonder is pondering right now. Mm.
Doesn't really feel worth it to me. I think, yeah, because he can still move that warrior and the spear out of range of
Yes,
the onager
yes, he can.
and not take any attacks. That seems better to me.
Well, fair, fair.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I
making
guess we've got the
ballista, photon expose. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. He has a hero leader at the moment, so he can heal while pillaging if he wishes to do so. So he could move his units. Let's say pillaging the garrison, for instance, would heal a unit.
yeah, he would have to kill the worker
Uh,
first, but yeah, no, it looks
yeah,
like he's
cannot
just moving out of range,
quite do
which
it all in one turn, but yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, so that onager can't hit anyone anymore. Militia's going on an adventure up towards the north.
Yeah, that's interesting. But there's 4 militia waiting for them, and the ballista coming up. So yeah, the adventure might be exciting and very short.
Well, I mean, oh, Greece is now at truce with the Scythians, so I guess at least he's not going to get bombarded by them. But yeah, guess he's well, it does block the road, I suppose. Maybe it slows down his siege a little bit. Potentially could. I don't. It's not actually going to, of course, but they'll catch a ballista in the face. Indeed, yeah, that militia's pretty dead. Certainly. Ooh, 25 damage that ballista can do to that militia.
Right. Well, there's no kill like overkill, we sometimes say. Right. Tactician's duel.
So yeah,
Yep.
Fonder's definitely come out on top so far. Let's just have a look at units killed, units lost. Siontific has lost 10 units compared to Greece's 2.
Wow, respectable score. But yeah, Greece will badly need some cavalry to deal with this siege because we have like yeah, already 2 ballista on the field, and what are we up to now? Despite losing an onager, he still has 2. We'll have 3 next turn. There's another one in the work in NASA, so yeah, Sion's economy is affording him a lot of heavy hitters, so heavy
Yeah,
hitters, it will be
it's
hard.
amazing. Despite losing 5 times the amount of units that Fonder has, Sion has still got more military strength because he's outproducing him. 18-7 military units produced, which is
Oh,
a big
yeah,
discrepancy.
that's a lot.
And they're still rolling off as well.
Yeah, and even if Greece had better quality units at the moment with spears against warriors and slingers, it's still not that huge a gap, right? When you have the second tier of units which are 5 strength, they get an advantage, but they don't like kill in one shot either. So
Oh wow! I'm seeing the advantage
still
of
quite
that road
technical.
from Sion over to now. He can actually get a ballista straight over and insta kill that warrior who's just attacked the worker there. That's
Oh,
some amazing movement. I love it.
that's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that's it on the road, so it works.
Scholar won the game, says Dobby. I think it's a little bit early to say he's won. I
And
don't
I think
know.
it's a little bit jumping to conclusion to say that it's the scholar that did it. So
Yeah, Sion has the upper hand. Well, is about to start having the upper hand. Greece has obviously dictated the pace of the game so far, but yeah, Sion is obviously on the up and up. But I don't think he's in a position to immediately win. We'll see what Greece can do. But yeah, that ballista probably is going to be a surprise, I would imagine.
yes, indeed.
In the forest there. Well, shouldn't be too much of a surprise, I suppose, having just lost his militia to it. But
Yeah, and also playing versus Sion.
I mean, I must admit, I'm a little surprised by how far it can move on those roads. I do not build enough roads. I think that's
For siege units, it's capital
clear.
because they get more benefit from road, so they can move 4
Mm.
tile per movement, which is as good as a normal unit, essentially. That doesn't work with rivers, but roads are especially crucial with siege units. Although it is, yeah, it is impressive to see indeed. Okay, he was going to kill the worker with his spear. He's now moving back, but yeah, I'm not sure what he's thinking to achieve. I guess if the ballista moves in, he can mount an offensive against it, if necessary.
Yeah, he doesn't quite
With
have the
a...
training for an actual launch offensive, but
Oh,
in between the spear and the hoplite and the the onager, maybe he can do enough damage without needing an
yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, let's see if Sion pushes his ballista this far forward. Or maybe he
Oh,
just want to threaten with
he
it, we'll see.
he can't quite get the kill anymore. He's only doing 17 damage now. I guess. Wonder what changed. Possibly opinion. He's up to pleased family opinion now with, and his leader's tough. So yeah, he
Oh,
certainly still
yes.
could get the kill with another unit, but it's not quite as tempting, I would guess.
Yeah, I mean, it just pushed out another ballista from Dilbat, so just massing like 2, 3 of them and killing everything at once is maybe the plan.
Yeah, probably makes more sense. I guess if he can kill the he's got to be afraid of that hero leader because he won't know how much
Hmm.
training Greece has. So
Indeed.
it's got to be a factor in his plans.
Yeah, so more and more massing. So all in on siege at the moment with his initial wave of warriors. Well, those who survived.
Okay, so we got an onager pushing forward, some militia right up in the warrior's face.
So I'm wondering, is Fonder pushing for more training somewhat with Council, but is not quite going to Olympiads, which are also a good tool to get training quickly when you're Greece. And I don't think he's rallying troops, but I might just not be seeing it from his leader. So,
I feel like
well, I
Fonda
guess
needs.
he
I
still
feel
wants
like Fonda
civics.
needs units more than anything else at the moment. He's
Hmm.
getting quite badly outnumbered now.
Yeah, and he's getting some, but that's a wire and two spear. It doesn't compete with science production and hard rushing at the moment. So yeah, I'm a bit worried still for Greece.
Those siege are rolling down very nicely.
Yeah, still no stronghold in Lindos, and still no stronghold in Pella. The worker is working on the museum, but that's a bit long-term play. That you need to survive first before. That's the thing
Well,
about the late game. Not every game has one.
the museum is worth 14 science a turn already, which is quite a significant boost.
Yes, that is awesome for
And
sure.
yeah, if he falls back, I mean, even if he loses okay, it wasn't even his city to start with, and he's still got a solid core to work with that he can use.
Hmm. That's
Good road
reasonable.
building. Yeah, good road building. You say, Manic? Maybe some road building, certainly.
Yes, good road building, but not quite all of it is. There are some strange things, some disconnected roads and all that. I suppose the plan is to help reinforcement from his champion cities, which is why he prioritized roading towards Heraclea more than joining up with Atalia and all that. At the end of the day, that's a big detour. But yeah, um, a bit of tension in the center.
Oh, science has so much more science now. Yeah,
Yes.
89 a turn coming in. Supposed to Greece is 63. Still a little way
Yes,
away from this, I
but I
suppose.
mean, yeah, but oh, he lost some wisdom. Is he stressed or something? Yeah, I'm not sure quite
He is.
what happened,
He is
but
stressed, yes. Stressed and miserable. Yuck.
oh, ugh. But yeah, indeed, the wisdom acting as a multiplier on the capital as well is quite strong. So even when you had a decent wisdom leader, the tactician stayed assigned to a unit all along, which gave him a military edge, but didn't push his early research in particular so much.
That'll be him trying to hang on to his rising star and getting stressed and miserable because he's not as young and potent as he used to be.
Possibly, yeah. That looks like that event indeed. I don't know them that well.
To rule is to disappoint, yeah, on turn 53.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, what's happening? So it looks like we've got a little bit more of a stalemate now.
A little bit of... yeah, indeed.
Sion is still defensively onagering? What's the word? Unlimbering.
Yeah. He's behind the river. He has his ballistas threateningly positioned on his Conquest Express road. So
yeah, Thunderous. Oh, okay. Well, that's slightly more aggressive unlimbering.
yeah, but I mean, he can also apply at least one ballista attack straight to the city next turn on top of everything else. So yeah, I guess he's just daring Thunder to do something about it. They're not that easy to kill at the moment, so...
keeping the militia as the meat shield there.
Yes.
I mean, I would guess Fonda can put people in the forest. And the blisters will still do a lot of damage in the forest. Onagers won't do too much, but yeah. On top of the other units as well. Yeah, it's quite a lot to deal with.
Yeah, but he cannot not deal with the Onager, can he?
Well, he could run away.
Yeah, that's the only way, I think.
Honestly, it might be his best bet at this point. I don't think he can hold her against this nonsense.
Yeah, no offensive available either, so yeah, that looks unlikely.
He needs 800 training for an offensive, so next turn he could, but not this turn, unless he kills 3 units. Well, he's keeping his onager there at least. I guess he can probably hold that city for a turn at least. Yes. Yeah, he's nearly an offensive. I don't know even how useful that will be, to be honest, but
well, he's in offensive territory next turn. 126
yeah.
plus 680 if he doesn't mistakenly change some of his builds to military builds. He will have enough training to do it from the start of the turn, so... alright. Okay.
Get a blister to the face, maybe.
Are we still in time for an offensive? I don't think we'll have everything he needs.
No, it's not happening this turn, but I think it's a nice setup. Oh, we can actually do a lot of damage with that hoplite. You can do 9 on that onager there. You could kill another onager this turn.
I think he could get an extra kill, yeah.
Yeah. And that would probably make sense, to be honest, because, yeah, if he's going to stick around, he might as well punish that overly aggressive charge in.
Indeed.
Blisters are going to absolutely hurt a lot.
-4 charisma, -1 wisdom, -1 discipline of that hero is pain. It's really just launch offensive, right? That's a negative bonus between stressed and bitter and all that. Ugh. Yuck.
Yeah, not good, not good. But he has called Sion's bluff, to be fair. He's not backed off. I think I might have done. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, maybe that was the play.
Earthquake in Dilbat and Doathara, so there'll be some effect on Sion's economy. His workers are mostly idle at the moment. We are definitely in war turns. His ballistas took a little bit of damage. Not sure if it will end up mattering. So what's he going for? So okay,
He's
he's
just going in.
committing. Yeah. Right. Ballista lined up. Oh my god, they're frightening
Bring the
units.
next one in. Yeah, he's got to bring the
Yeah.
other one in as well, surely.
Ranger Ballista, yeah.
It's quite awkward to get that upper ballista in though, actually, with the warrior there. So maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, and the hero is still quite safe in the back line, so he's sure to take some degree of retribution. Alright, committing with the
Oof.
warrior. Buying orders.
Yeah, so what does
Three
Fonder do about
crossbowman
that
next
now?
turn. That's next layer.
See, with that warrior there, he can't even kill that ballista now in the forest, which he could have done with an offensive otherwise in the free spears. But yeah, that option's blocked off. So that's looking pretty horrible now.
Hmm.
I'm not even really sure what he'd use an offensive for at this point. And he's just going straight in with the warrior. So aggressive. But, you know, he is set up for it. Got to go all in, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there
Yeah,
isn't a good offensive to be gotten. But
abdicating would just put the child back on the throne because it's still the regent in charge. So, not sure how helpful that would be.
yeah.
Alright, what is Greece gonna do? Build some roads, apparently. Is that for retreating purposes? Yes, he is. He's giving up on her. He's run his onager away. Retreat. I imagine Sion's going to punish that and chase those units down. Or just take her, maybe.
This
Still got that hoplite he needs to do something with.
this road network. I think I'll probably need 24 hours to recover.
It's something, all right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not an OCD. You need to have your barracks exact own kind of players, but it still hurts. Alright, so retreating, well, splitting toward Atalia and Heraclea.
So
Yeah, those workers left behind are gonna be missed because I think they're gonna be killed as well.
maybe, or does he just take? Not worry about the workers.
I think he secured the ability to take her and kill the worker.
Oh, and Fonda's taking barbarian attacks now.
Yep.
That's not helpful.
Opportunity strikes. Okay, and we have two beautiful crossbows walking up from Babylon.
Oh, Sion has the ready event.
And
Can take an option to lead his forces in a rampage of destruction.
oh my!
Opportune.
Yes, indeed.
He's going for fielding 8 generals.
Yep, 3 crossbows from Sion, hydraulics next turn, and we'll see if Greece has an equivalent luck. Maybe Fonder will get to draw the 2 crossbows card just after hydraulics, as Sion did, but Sion probably didn't. But he has a scholar, I can re-roll the card. So
yeah, I don't think he's going to. There's a lot in that draw pile. Already 4 cards there, so yeah, definitely not going to pick up 3 crossbows immediately.
Yep.
Some nice aggressive scouting, keeping an eye on what Greece is up to.
Yeah, gauging the opportunity to move in. Oh. I don't think he's quite catching up. He's off-road now with his ballistas, so...
Yeah, I can't imagine doing anything other than taking a makes sense at this point. Maybe we kill those workers.
Mm-hmm. I might be tempted to march the ballista just to overkill a walker and significantly damage the other, but that's me. Alright, forum, warrior, more ballistas in the work, more unhatches, so yeah, and he rerolled for trapping, which is an additional reroll, the way I see it.
Time to pick up trapping on you, 56. With a hunter's seat. Yikes.
Thank you, Nestor, for confirming. But yes, normally bonus cards are put into the discard pile, so they wouldn't be available to be drawn immediately. You have to rotate at least once the tree, but with a scholar you can do that artificially. So yeah, that would make it a lot more efficient, and definitely normally you get hydraulics, you don't get to pick the 2 crossbows immediately, or when you get Portcullis, you don't get the 300 immediately, and etc. So made good use of it, of his scholar ability indeed. And yes, he's all on the warrior and siege units, but it's working.
Fonder doesn't have trapping either. There's no ranged units anywhere apart from the onagers. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean it's no starting tech. There's only a single game to justify the tech for itself. So if it's going to be bonus units and rushing production, it doesn't make that much. It's not that enticing. And for a champion nation, that's not a great champion seat. The best city side for champions are actually the capitals, with the 2 ores, but 1 ore then should reach immediately. So
I don't know. I've definitely won games because I had ranged units and my opponent didn't. I feel like not picking up trapping.
You've certainly killed me a few times because of that, yes. So
yeah, not picking up trapping limits your early game combat opportunities. I mean, obviously these guys are making it work. They're teching up and making good use of getting up to siege weaponry, but yeah, I think it's a risky play not taking trapping.
Yeah, indeed. But well, straight to another, apparently it works. So
Yep.
at least in some cases. So we'll see how much of a speed bump or reconquest proves to be for Sion.
Well, it's not going to take long, is it?
I don't believe so, not with all the siege, yeah. Champions or not, if you have 3 ballistas at your door.
In fact, it's happening. Oh, not quite this. Yeah. No, he's out.
Yes.
No, he's done it.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, you had to march a little bit, but it's done.
And Fonda has the option to get a couple of militia in there. Amazing. Quite sure what use they're going to be, but
Sion could pick an ambition
Yes,
to
I'm
build
representing
the
the wrong
Pantheon.
person. I was thinking Sion was out of orders, but I was looking at Thunder. Oh, what's this event? That's it's not the event where you get a free polyball.
Is that even in competitive mode?
It's no, I think it isn't. I think it isn't, but it is ridiculous. I think it was at one point, and someone complained that we took it out of competitive mode. But yeah, it's not the free polybolos. It's the free chain drive is what I was thinking of. If you're a tactician and you have windless, you can get up there. But no, it wasn't that.
All right.
All right, so where's down?
Yes, and I guess we've streamed for 2 hours, so no message from our players on Discord. So I guess they are very taken by the game. But I think we should pause it and maybe finish it next week.
Yes,
Let
that
me reach out
sounds
to
good.
them.
But yes, Greece is taking all the units they can get. They're taking those free militias and retreated them, so they may well come in useful as blocks to slow the unstoppable advance of Sion. It's quite nasty indeed. Let's just have a look at the stats. What are we on now? Fonder is now as Lao killed more units than Sion. He's still lost a lot fewer units. Fonder's lost 5 units compared to Sion's 13. But yeah, military units produced at 22 for Sion to 10 to Fonder. Military score, I assume, is way in Sion's favour. Yes, it is very much so indeed.
Have you seen the workers produced one?
I haven't.
I hadn't caught up on the discrepancy, but that's 12 on Sion and 2 on Greece.
Fonder's produced 2 workers. That's insane. Alright, we have paused the
That's
game.
a pretty big difference. Alright.
Well, that was an exciting start. Year 57 in 2 hours. It's not a bad rate of progress. We've seen a bit of combat.
We've seen quite a bit of action indeed, and
seen some crazy road building.
Some similar play, some wonders, which we didn't see very commonly in our previous rules.
Yeah,
some culture play.
Yes, it is.
Yes, we have the museum on one side, the pyramid on the other. I think the pyramids was a very strong play from Sion, getting all those lows and. Let me switch perspective. All those lows, so 5 lows, plus multiple units rushing and everything. So definitely a strong thing. I just got disconnected. So do you still hear me, dear Fluffy, at least?
Yes. Oh yeah, Discord's connected. No, it's just the host just left the game.
So all right. So somewhat expected. All right. Let me drop a message of thanks to our players.
Well, I guess we should wind the stream up. But thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, we will hopefully be continuing this next week, and come back to see what happens.
Yeah, definitely a different setup from what we used to see, and a very exciting game. So I'm sure. Well, probably we will conclude it next stream. I don't expect this game will last 2 more sessions, although you never know. But yeah, thank you all for joining, and see you next time. Bye bye.